So, three ways that we can optimize the mind-body connection. And very basic stuff is, we try to we go and we look at like all these different nootropic formulas of like how alpha GPC and NuPet, like those things have their place, but too many people are going around and doing things that are more harmful than they are good for their brain, their memory, their focus, their productivity. And so when you take a step back and you actually do the things that don't cost you any money, they can be implemented right away. You don't need to prepare anything or do any work. It's like, let's start there before we start talking about all these different types of biohacks and things that you can do, like the red light and the like. Oh, it's not plugged in. I have a red light sitting in front of me. That was gonna be funny, but didn't plan that joke well. Anyway, so what can we do? Well, number one, I mean, maybe these will cost you a little bit of money, but like 15 cents a day, I don't know, blueberries. So having half a cup to three quarters of a cup of blueberries daily has actually shown to reduce cognitive decline as well as improve working memory function. So there's a little bit of, it's not very conclusive, the data on improving working memory function. It's enough that I do it every day. And so half a cup to three-quarter cup of blueberries every day will help with long-term preventing cognitive decline. That's been proven time and time again. But in terms of improving working memory, which is something that I focus on a lot, I can convince myself to prevent cognitive decline by reminding myself that there is a benefit in the short term as well. And that's kind of the way that we hack like the mind-body connection overall is we want to do things in the long term for the perceived benefit in the short term as well, making the pain of staying the same greater than the pain of change. So with that being said, the next thing that people will generally mess up first thing in the morning is instead of having water, they have coffee. And so the way that coffee works is there's an adenosine receptor that it will bind to. And so adenosine is a hormone that's responsible for calm, relaxation, chilling the F out, right? And when caffeine binds to that, it prevents that receptor, right? And so what's going to happen is it's kind of turning things down rather than ramping things up. So it's going to increase your body temperature, increase alertness by reducing the relaxation hormone. And so obviously we can become desensitized to caffeine, and over time you might need half a gram of caffeine in the morning and then a gram of caffeine. And so recommendations for that is just wait 2 hours before you have your first cup of coffee. That way you can allow your body to bring down itself and okay, it's like, okay, we're time to wake up, like getting outside and going for a walk. Like these things will help release adrenaline and epinephrine that's interchangeable. Adrenaline and norepinephrine in your body so that you can start to awake and rise and release dopamine and all these other awake hormones. So delaying your coffee to 2 hours after you wake up could very well cause a long-term benefit as well as short-term cascade of events that will improve your productivity, help you get to sleep a little bit better on time, help you with your quality of relationships in the evening, because no longer are people getting the um, the coffee hangover version of you like 8 hours after your first cup of coffee. It's like, I just want to take a nap. It's like you've extended that period in which you're awake, you're alert, and coffee is once again working for you instead of against you. So just simply waiting 2 hours can cause a lot of benefit downstream that we might not be aware of. So I recommend implementing that. Like I said, there's no cost to it. It's like you literally just wait a couple hours to have coffee as well. So belief can be the thing that will make or break your energy and your productivity and your focus. If you believe that you don't have enough energy, your body is going to look around and it's going to be like, you're right. We don't have enough energy. Like we're very low on energy. So the more that you can convince yourself, the more that you can tell yourself that you have energy, that you believe that you have energy, that you are an energetic person, the better off you will be. And the way in which you do that is you do things, you take actions that would make that belief to be true. And so when you take actions like eating blueberries, like drinking water, like delaying your coffee, it's like your conscious mind will communicate to your subconscious mind, like I'm doing these things to have energy. I should have energy. The placebo effect is a real thing. This isn't placebo. Like you're actually doing the thing that will give you energy. So the more that you can believe that you have energy, the better off you would be. Same idea is that like there was a study done in which they took I think it was 200 college students, and they told 100 of them that they were going to get caffeine, and they told 100 of them that they were going to get Adderall, but they just gave all 200 caffeine. And then they looked, and like the 100 who said, or the 100 that were told that they got Adderall believed that they had Adderall because they were feeling different. They were like, all college students know what it's like to be on Adderall. You're jittery, you're all focused and whatnot. And so when you believe that you have energy and you believe that you're doing the things that give you energy, it is a real cascade of events that will lead to you actually having energy. So do those 3 things. Once again, very simple. Put a little bow on this. 1, half a cup to a 3/4 cup of blueberries. Ideally, sometime throughout the day, once a day, minimum, I'd say 3 times a week, just to help with cognitive decline. And then coffee, wait a couple hours before you have your first sip of coffee. It doesn't need to be the first thing you do in the morning. It's a habit I'm working diligently to break. And lastly, believe that you have energy. Okay, doing those 3 things daily, minimum 3 times a week, will help you in the long term. Or minimum 3 times a week for the blueberries will help you in the long term. Prevent cognitive decline, improve your memory, improve your focus, and hopefully improve this problem that I'm having with my speech. But anyway, if you want more information on optimizing the mind-body connection, check out stevesmarriage.com.